He hides his head inside a dream. Someone should call him and see if he can come out and try to lose the down that he's found. But only love can break your heart. Try to be sure right from the start. Yes, only love can break your heart. What if your world should fall apart? I have a friend I've never seen. He hides his head inside a dream. Yes, only love can break your heart. Yes, only love can break your heart. Thank you. I keep seeing that Coca-Cola sign and reminds me of a former addiction. That Coca-Cola sign was in Suzanne Dixon's yard in Poughkeepsie for years and years. Anyway. Well, you know, growing up in Dawson Creek, just had the one radio station in the daytime anyway, CJDC. And you get up in the morning and, you know, kind of hoping it was really cold and that they'd say the buses weren't running and then you wouldn't have to go to school. But Baz Jameson, he was one, I think he was the guy who used to play the march around the friggin' breakfast table. Does anybody remember that? Okay, everybody, let's march around, and they play a march. Never heard of anyone else doing that. But all sorts of records got played on CJDC except rock and roll, but we won't go into that because we could stay up late at night and you put your hand on a certain part of the transistor and become a human aerial. Then you could hear Whiter Shade of Pale and The Who, Pictures of Lily and stuff like that. But anybody remember Frank Ifield? I remember you. Man, that was a big hit, and they just ground that one into our consciousness, I tell you. There was always part of me that kind of liked it, especially the part "When My Life Is Through" and the angels asked me to recall the thrill of them all. Kind of scary for a little guy. You hear lines like that coming over the radio, and they were worried about rock and roll. Anyway, the part of me that always kind of liked the song and liked to read a lot about music, probably too much. People say, "What book are you reading?" And I start to tell them, "Well, the Duke Ellington Reader." And you can see their eyes start to glaze, and pretty soon they're falling asleep. But I was reading an essay on the songwriter Johnny Mercer, written by a guy named Gene Lees. Johnny wrote the lyrics for Moon River. And going way back, he wrote Jeepers Creepers, Blues in the Night, My Mama Done Told Me. Those are Johnny's lyrics. You got to accentuate the positive. I could go on and on. This guy was an incredible songwriter. And Gene Lees was writing about him, and he he said, well, these are my favorite Johnny lyrics. And I'm reading these, and I said, holy shit, that's Frank Ifield, I remember you. And I looked at these lyrics, I thought, they're beautiful lyrics. Like, how could they have passed me by? Just because of a couple of yodels. Anyway, when I was putting this record together that was originally only going to be for my mom, I wanted to do I Remember You. It just felt like it should go on there. But I had to wipe Frank off my palate. Well, I don't yodel, so it was just right there. So I figured that the singer Joe Stafford from the 50s would, Jean Lee's mentioned that she'd recorded it, and I thought, well, if anyone wouldn't muck with it, it would be Joe. She'd sing it as it was written. So I knew I had the 78 around somewhere. I looked in the database and couldn't find it there. And then I thought about how long I'd have to spend in the garage looking for it out there. And I went to iTunes, picked it up for 99 cents. Anyway, I love this song a lot. I hope you do too. This is I Remember You. About your dry northern air. I remember you. You're the one made my dreams come true. A few kisses ago. Ooh, and I remember you. You're the one who said I love you too. Yes, I do. Didn't you know? Ooh, and I remember too a distant bell and stars that fell like the rain out of the blue. When my life is through and the angels ask me to recall the thrill of them all, then I will tell them I remember distant bell and stars that fell like the rain out of the blue. Ooh, when my life is through and the angels ask me to recall the thrill of them all, then I will tell them I remember you. Ooh, ooh, and I will tell You gave me that glimpse of a chance, and I was gonna sell my soul. You've been holding me all my life. My head knows better, but my heart is still a fool. Still a fool. Told all of my good friends I was gonna take control. You gave me that glimpse of a chance, and I was gonna sell my soul. But you've been on me all my life. My head knows better, but my heart is still a fool. Still a fool. Still a fool. Still a fool. I've been sitting up all night. I don't know what's wrong or right. I can't figure what I'm gonna do, 'cause I just can't get my mind off of you. Well, you know I'm still a fool. Well, still a fool. Still a fool. Thank you. Well, I mentioned records, collecting records a little while ago. I might have mentioned it 2 or 3 times. I can't remember now. But it's my only vice now, really. Out of control, but it's my only vice. And luckily, I get to use these records to further my career. You're supposed to laugh at that point. Like any excuse will do, right? That thing, yeah. But no, I get on the CBC occasionally with my pal Paul Grant and do a little show called Snap, Crackle, Pop, Roy's Oldies. And Paul and I will be on the morning of July 1st. And I'll be putting that show together when I get back. And one of the things we're going to do is we're going to hit Google really hard and find all sorts of small places that have interesting things going on July 1st, you know, like the Poos Koopy barbecue. So, not sure what we'll do yet, but I'm going to try to work Poos Koopy in there so the rest of Canada can, well, at least know how to pronounce the name properly. Now, as well as stuff for CBC, I'm doing a weekly show now for the greatest little radio station on the planet, CKUA, in Alberta. You can get, I don't know, can you dial it in here, or do you have to be near Hythe? Yeah. Anyway, every Monday at 6 o'clock, you can tune in to CKUA and tune into Roy's Record Room. In fact, I think in the break, you're going to hear a few selections from the room. And Monday night's show, I believe, is the Shellac Shack Shuffle. And, you know, 78s are made of shellac, right? So, you know, you put your iPod on shuffle. Well, here you go. Imagine shuffling 20 78s. Anyway, I'm having a ball with that. And, of course, having these radio shows means that I need to keep finding records, because I have a reason now. Anyway, this next tune I'm going to do is, I think it was kind of inspired by my record collection. Because, you know, sometimes I'm down in that basement and these little shellac pixies start floating around. And like, me, 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 me. And this particular tune, I believe the pixies from the H section had a very strong influence on this one. The H section is where the 26 Billie Holiday 78s reside. Try that again. Baby, we had a little quarrel. We had ourselves a little fight. And if I have to beg or steal or borrow, I'll make it up to you tonight. All day long I have been thinking about a way to make it right. 'Cause honey, our love boat is sinking. Let me make it up to you tonight. Lovers do what lovers will. Life goes up and down. Hand in hand we must work until we turn this thing around. Think of the loving we will be missing, while bitter tears they blind our sight. I just can't live without your kissing. Let me make it up to you Lovers do what lovers will. Life goes up and down. Hand in hand we must work until we turn this thing around. Think of a loving that we will be missing, while bitter tears they blind our sight. I just can't live without your hugging and your kissing. Let me make it up to you tonight. Oh, you got to let me make it up to you tonight. Let me make it up to you tonight. you. Thank you. I think we should do one more before we take a little break. What do you think? Got the energy for that? Well, let's sing one together. What the heck? This is one from that Humankind record there. Kind of convenient having these up there. Good. Look at that little guy. Same guitar. I think that's probably like 1975 or something. Yeah, same guitar. He's feeling life deeply over there, you can tell. Anyway, let's do one together. This is one from the Humankind record, and it's about an old moon back in Saskatoon. That Saskatoon moon is calling to me. It rises so bright in my memory. I long to see it shine on the river below, and walk arm in arm with this sweetheart I know. I had to leave, tried to make a new start, but how far can you go when you don't have your heart? I'd love to hear the meadowlark sing my favorite prairie tune, and hold your hand, dear, 'neath that Saskatoon moon. I really want you to wail on it this time, you guys. Have you got the words now? You okay with the words? I could do, that Saskatoon moon. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, here we go. So the first line, that Saskatoon moon. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. That Saskatoon moon is calling to me. It rises so bright in my memory. I long to see it shine on the river. And walk arm in arm, and walk with a sweetheart. I had to leave. Tried to make a new start. But how far can you go? When you don't have your heart. And the meadowlark one. I want to hear and hold your hand, dear, 'neath that Saskatoon moon. I'd love to hear the meadowlark sing my favorite prairie tune, and hold your hand, dear, 'neath the Saskatoon moon. Beautiful. Beautiful. Excellent. Look, I'm going to go back and get in touch with my space. I'm going to get in touch with this little tickle in my throat and just kind of whip the tar out of that. So, just, you know, I think there's a concession back there, and there is a CD table. Christmas is just around the corner. So anyway, hey, thank you guys for coming and supporting the cause, for supporting KPAC. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Thank you. Guys okay? A nice break?